Man, so while Big Chucky was getting kidnapped in Towson Mall parking garage, on the opposite side of the mall parking lot, Jarrell and Kia was loading their bags in the trunk of a cab. They had so many bags, they couldn't all fit in the trunk. They had to put some on the back seat with them. Kia had a smile on her face, and that's all that mattered to Jarrell. During the ride home, they just sat in the back of the cab, holding hands, feeling like this situation brought them closer. Now, before they left out to go Christmas shopping, Kia's sister Ava came and picked the kids up for the weekend so that Kia and Quante could have time to set up the Christmas tree that the outreach center donated to Kia and her kids because they were signed up for the free lunch program. So they basically had the house to themselves minus the dog. So when the cab man pulled up on the block in front of their house, they didn't have to worry about the kids seeing their gifts and stuff like that while they was bringing them in. Because their youngest kids still believed in Santa Claus. Jarrell pays the cab man, and Kid go unlocks the door while Jarrell start unloading the trunk in the back seat. He started grabbing as many bags as he could as to limit his trips. Kid tried to come out and help him, but he told her, "Nah, babe, I got it." So she just waited in the house for him to bring the bags through the door, and as he brought the bags through the door, she took the stuff out the bags and lined them up in the living room, separating the gifts for the kids. Now, little did they know from across the street in a van, they was being watched by two of Baltimore City's most ruthless killers, Lil Mac and Stevie from down the Latrobe Projects, two of East Baltimore's finest. But anyway, Jarrell brings the last few bags in the house, closed the door behind him, turned the bolt lock, and put the chain on the door. It was so many gifts on the floor, it was ridiculous. He done went in the mall and spent close to $3,000. So Kid tell Jarrell, like, "I'm about to go upstairs, change my clothes. Can you go in the basement and bring that Christmas tree upstairs?" So Jarrell like, "Oh, we got a tree already?" Kid like, "Yeah, the outreach center looked out for us. The lady in there real nice." But Jarrell like, "That's what's up." He like, "All right, I got it." So Kid goes upstairs. He get to taking his jacket off, putting that on the coat hanger, take his boots off, leave them by the door, like he always did. He walks over to the stereo, cut the radio on, put it on 92Q, having his electricity back on, Christmas gifts in abundance. He stood there in front of the speaker, feeling like daddy again. He turned the volume up. This Christmas by Donny Hathaway was playing. Y'all know the song. It's Christmas. Y'all know the song. But anyway, that was his favorite Christmas song since he was a little boy. So with that playing in the background, it was starting to feel like Christmas. He'd go in the kitchen, make a cup of hot chocolate. That's when Kia yelled downstairs over top of the music, like, "Hey, babe, don't forget the Christmas lights. They down there in the box next to the Christmas tree. Bring them up too." So Jarrell, almost forgetting to go get the Christmas tree, he yelled back like, "All right." Sits the hot chocolate down, get to going down the basement to get the Christmas tree. Now, when he cut the light on, he see the Christmas tree is in the long box. It's a fake plastic tree. He brings the tree upstairs first, puts that down in the living room, go back down in the basement, bring the box of lights up. He takes the tree out the box, start putting that together. Kia was taking long to come downstairs, but that was because instead of just changing our clothes, she went on ahead and hopped in the shower. In no time, Jarrell had the tree together. The Christmas ornaments was in the box with the lights. As he started hanging the ornaments and wrapping the Christmas lights around the tree, Kia starts making her way down the steps. Hearing her high heels against the wooden steps, Jarrell spin around. And Kia standing there on the steps holding a railing, looking amazing. Sexy red high heels, red two-piece G-string, fishnet stockings, and a Santa Claus hat on. And let me tell you, for this girl that done had 6 kids, her body was serious. Jarrell standing there harder than the Spanish test. But anyway, never taking her eyes off him, she come down the steps with that sexy walk. Ass so fat, she walk over to Jarrell, kiss him on his lips and rub his manhood. Then ask him, "You ready to unwrap your gift?" He looking at her intensely like, "Hell yeah." She grabs his hand, walk him over towards the tree. And he had just laid down this little red circle carpet that the tree stand on top of. And you're supposed to sit your gifts around the little red carpet. Well, she walked him over to that tree and laid underneath of it with her legs open. He's standing there looking like, she look him in the eyes and tell him, "Come here." Over East Baltimore, after being knocked out in the van, Big Chucky regains his consciousness But when he comes to, he's at an unknown location tied to a chair with a bag over his head and a monster headache from being hit in the head with the butt of an assault rifle. But anyway, he couldn't move his hands. They was tied behind his back. He couldn't see a thing through the bag, but he could hear Spanish-speaking voices. His mind doing 100 miles an hour because he don't know what the fuck going on. For a brief second, the talking stopped, and he could hear footsteps coming towards him. Then aggressively, the bag was snatched off his head, and standing directly in front of him with a devilish grin on his face stood Mario. As soon as Chucky seen him, he just dropped his head like, shit. So Mario like, long time no see, amigo. But when Chucky tried to respond, Mario hit him with that shh, shh. No need to talk. You should probably listen. Now, before we get into all this, do you still have my drugs? Don't speak. Either nod your head yes or shake your head no.